gonna breathe. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello, this is our business project called the Gold Line Express from the law firm number 2. Here are our table of contents. First is our objectives, the community, budget, competitors, project plans, utilization, and allocation. Starting off with objectives, our objectives in Gold Line Express is that our aim is to provide a reliable and affordable transportation solution to undeserved areas in South Florida by offering an alternative to infrequent public bus routes and expensive ride-sharing services like Uber. We strive to enhance mobility options for daily commuters, students, and residents in communities with limited access to frequent transit services. Our goal is to bridge the transportation gap in areas where bus routes are limited or infrequent, making sure that our service is both cost-effective and dependable. We aim to make commuting more accessible for individuals who cannot afford consistent Uber rides or face challenges with existing public transportation schedules, ultimately improving convenience and quality of life for South Florida residents. Some of our bus features is that we'll have seatbelts for all passengers, CPR and first aid certified drivers, surveillance cameras, GPS tracking system, which allows real-time tracking for passenger safety and route optimization, air conditioning and ventilation systems, USB charging ports, allowing passengers to charge their phones and devices, Wi-Fi access, providing free or paid internet connection for commuters, and have comfortable padded seats with contactless payment systems, accepting mobile payments and transit cards for convenience in all of our buses. Plus more. Will be ADA certified buses. Gold Line Express is committed to accessibility, therefore our buses will be ADA certified, featuring special seating for passengers with disabilities, including spaces for wheelchairs and mobility devices. Each bus will have wheelchair ramps or lifts, ensuring safe and easy access for all passengers, making transportation more inclusive and convenient for everyone in South Florida.
So now that Katie talked about our goals, and we are going to talk about our community. So our community is going to be a big portion for this project because we want to provide affordable transportation to all of our community here in Miami. Low cost travel for workers, students, and low income residents, because we have like a big portion of immigrants coming right now to Miami that they don't have access to the resources to buy a car. So this would be a good option for them. We also want to provide safety. So if we have more bus riders, that means that we are going to have fewer accidents caused by individual drivers. We also, with our community impact, there's going to be less traffic congestion, because if we don't have as many drivers on the streets, then that means fewer cars, and that means less traffic and smoother commutes. Also, we will encourage sustainable living. That will lead to reduce carbon footprints, that one bus can replace 30, 40 individual cars, cutting emissions and air pollution. Also, for many students and professionals that can rely on buses to get to school and to work affordably.
Now we're going to talk over our budget. Sources of funding that will initially start with for the Gold Line Express will be provided by the 7 owners of the company. Each member has an equity stake in the company, which totals to $1,980,000. Our personal costs is that our bus operators will be around $43,000 per year, dispatchers $43,000 per year, bus mechanics $41,000, customer service representatives around $30,000, human resource representatives around $41,000. We'll be providing benefits such as health insurance, workers' compensation, and paid time off. We'll also include training for drivers to obtain their commercial driver's license, the CDL. We will be offering to pay the training program for all prospective employees who do not currently have a license already, which include entry-level driver training, commercial license permit, CDL Class B knowledge test, the CDL Class B skills test, the DOT medical exam, the CDL license fee, in addition to passenger endorsement and to be able to transport more than 15 people, which includes the driver. This includes the DOT drug test and the knowledge exam, totaling around $880. Some equipment and materials that we'll be using for operating our business would be buses, insurance, licensing, facility and maintenance, office and software, staff salaries, and marketing and branding, which all will be total estimated cost would be $440,000 to $2,167,000. The resources of what we need to operate our business include human resources such as our employees, which are the drivers, office staff, maintenance, and support staff. In addition to that, our physical resources, which require a number of specialized pieces of equipment, such as buses, a parking garage, office space and equipment, maintenance garage and tools, technology such as the GPS dispatch system and computers. Our financial resources is from our project budget, which is $1,980,000. This budget includes all expenses associated with the project, including salaries and equipment. Our estimated budget of 1.9 million is from personal investments, bank loans, investors, and government grants.
Now we are gonna move on with the competitors, as all of the companies, they all have competitors. So our main competitors are Miami-Dade Transit, which includes Metrobus, Metrorail, Metromover, and Metrorail and Metrobus. The Metrobus, they have 71 buses that they provide like service 360 days a year. The Metrorail, they only operate on over South Miami, Brickell, over town, and the University of Miami, Miami Airport. On the Metromover, they offer a free ride to transits that they operate 7 days a week. And the Metrorail and Metrobus, they can pay using Easy Car, Easy Ticket, and then the Miami Transit app too. We want to reach our competitors, the Richard students. They have the Seawater tour, truly, that is on the city of Seawater, that they offer a free transportation of service to the public, such as Dolphin Mall, Park, Seawater Municipal Complex, FIU campus, and they operate from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturdays and Sunday. We also have the Doral Trolley that it operates on the city of Doral, that they also offer a free transportation service to the public. And our like big competitor would be Uber and Lyft. Kari, if you can go to the next. Okay. We have our big competitors that are Uber and Lyft. Uber right now is one of the most famous forms of transportation. Uber has completely taken over the streets of Miami, offering many different options like Uber XL, Uber X, Uber Black, and they have like many options. Like the prices of them, they are like really high. And we also have Lyft. Lyft is just like Uber, that it offers the same service, personalized, that you can order from your phone, in which you can choose an exactly destination. But it's just like Uber, the prices they are very high, and then for the average person here in Miami, it's not accessible.
Okay. Our product plans are gonna pretty much talk about our revenues for the year, which are gonna be totaling to $2.4 million. And that number comes from our expenses totaling to about 1.9, and then leaving us with an estimated profit of 2.4. Okay, so for our product timeline, this is kind of gonna break down how our company's gonna start and how we're gonna get to the point where we actually start using our buses and full operating. So our first phase of the plan is going to be January through February, right? This is where our project kind of begins. We're researching the market. What areas are we going to really dive into? How are we going to be able to make profit in those areas? And then once we have a solid foundation of how our company is going to be run, we're gonna go to our acquisition and infrastructure, right? So here's where we're gonna be purchasing all our buses, making sure all the safety uh equipment and features are up to date and that um we're all set up to be able to start using the buses. Then once we have that all that done, we're gonna start with our staffing and training. So here's where we're gonna start hiring our bus drivers, hiring our office people, making sure they're trained, making sure they're licensed, how we mentioned before, with all the licensing that's going into it. This is a very crucial phase, because these are the people that are gonna be handling all of the people driving the buses, and we need to make sure that they know what they're doing and how they need to do it. And then going into September and December, our operations and revenue generating. So here, we're officially launched. Our buses are out on the streets. We're making money, and this is a very crucial phase because without this phase going very well, we're not going to generate enough revenue for our company. All right. And then from May to August, um, it's our marketing, right? So we're going to be marketing huge. We're a brand new company coming out into a market with a lot of other transportations already out there. So we need to be able to have a hard marketing launch, a lot of advertising to make sure that our company stands out from the rest. You can transition. Yeah, thank you. So this is pretty much a detailed kind of graph of the previous slide showing the timeline and the launching of Goldline Express and how we're gonna pretty much do every task at a certain point at a certain time to make sure that we're really on a steady pace and we're moving in the right direction to make sure that our company does strive in the future. You can, thank you. Okay, so this is our KPI dashboard, right? Which pretty much breaks us down of all the money that we're going to be spending, the percentage of everything, and how it's broken down, right? So our labors is going to be 85% utilization, right? And it's going to cost pretty much $66,000 dollars a month, right? Our equipment is going to be 70%, totaling to 15,000 per unit. Our materials are going to be 95%, which is $5,000 a month. Our office is also going to be 90%, which is 3,500 a month. Our gas is going to be 80%, which is $4.50 a gallon, which is what we estimated is the price out there that for all gas stations that we're going to be using. And then our licensing and software is about $1,200 a year, and our advertising is 40%, which is about $10,000 a month. And then for our utilization and allocation, this is also pretty much a pie chart, just labeling really a big percentage of how everything is broken down into, right? So we have advertising, labor, software, materials, equipment, office, and gas. And this is just a really good breakdown for other people to see of how we're really allocating everything and how everything's being projected and for the company. So we want to thank you so much as a group and as a company. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact the information there on the screen. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, I paused the recording.
Mhm.